If you wanted an album like Astroworld, Rodeo, or Birds, and you listened to Utopia on release night, it was a complete flop. And it's good that it isn't any of those albums and not super similar, because this album is truly amazing and pushes the sound that Travis was trying to go for so well. And you can also see a lot of influence from many amazing artists on this along with that. This is my Utopia review. As a huge Travis Scott fan, I'm going to have very little bias though, so don't worry. And also, let me know what your favorite song was in the comments, because it might be the same as mine at the end. First, let's talk about that intro. Hyena was interesting to say the least. It wasn't anything like any other Travis intros, but it did an amazing job at introducing the whole theme of Utopia, especially with the beat for the rest of the album. And let's talk about the features as well. And the one I think the people are going to go craziest for is the Cardi one. That one is just nuts, especially hearing the deep voice Cardi officially, which a lot of people don't know about that, but the voice has been in leaks for years. Yeah, so Fiend was crazy. The Drake feature, as always, is going to go nuts, and he delivered. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Thugger feature. Another feature that I think is just getting hate because of who he is the Cudi feature. And listen, I get it. He's corny. I'm a Kanye dick rider myself, and I don't particularly like Cudi, but I didn't think that the feature was specifically bad. I honestly would even say that there are no bad features on the album. I think Travis is at the point like Kanye where even if there's a terrible rapper or someone who's just not talented, Travis can bring out the complete best in them. Not that any of the features are terrible rappers, but just using it as an example. And speaking of Kanye, man, the influence is crazy on Utopia. A lot of people are calling it the Yeezus of Travis Scott's discography, which I think is kind of accurate, but I don't think it's right to not give Travis his flowers here and call him a straight copycat. Because Travis literally produced parts of Yeezus, and just because some aspects are reused doesn't make it a complete copy, because in reality it is something completely new that we've never heard, and I think it's going to push a sound for these weird alien beats in many artists' future albums. And I don't want to sound like that guy that's like, oh, just because it's weird makes it a work of art, because we have seen shit like this, like, what is that, bro? And that's not me not calling the album a work of art, because it especially is, and I'll get more to that later, but the choppy Kanye type beats really do enforce the artistic elements of this album. And honestly, another very large part of this album is the mindset of listening to it. Now, like I said in the beginning, this is not Astroworld, Rodeo, or Birds, and that goes along with what I'm about to say because it happened to me too. You can't go into Utopia expecting another album. When I first listened to it, I'm not gonna lie, I was halfway through and I thought it was a bit wacky, but I listened to Astroworld literally right before, and I think in my mind, I was kind of expecting it to be a continuation of that album, when in reality, it's just a complete different sound. So when I changed my mindset from, oh, will this be like Astroworld? Will it be Fire on Aux? Will it be mainstream? And just took in the artistic values of the album Utopia, it definitely changed my outlook on the album a ton. And it seems online that people kind of have a similar opinion to what I just said. And another thing I saw, which correlates a lot with very good albums, is that everyone has a completely different top 5. And before I get to mine, comment what your top 5 is in the comments and I'll reply. And my personal top 5, which was so hard to make this list, going from 5 to 1 would probably be I Know at 5. I love this song off rip. I thought it was just so catchy and had a mafia type feeling to it, and I love that song too. Fiend has got to make the top 5 as well. The Cardi feature is just crazy. The deep voice has such a cool sound to it, and Cardi honestly never disappoints for me. I thought Popular was good too, even though a lot of people didn't like it. Topia Twins at number 3. This one is just so heat, like nothing else to say. The features go so hard on it, and I'll never forget my reaction to 21 being on it because I didn't expect it at all. It was insane. You can watch my reaction video. God's Country at 2, and this song has been out for a while, and I actually hated it at first, but now that it's officially here, and it actually grew on me before it was officially here, but it grew on me so hard, and it's really just one of my favorites. No yay verse, but it is what it is. Telekinesis at 1, that shit is just beautiful. Would I've liked to have Kanye on it again? Yeah, but the song is still great. And honestly, I feel like I'm just going to start levitating listening to it. Honorable mentions are Meltdown with Drake, Schizo with Thugger, Circus Maximus with the Weekend verse, which is crazy, and My Eyes, which is really like Frank Ocean coded. Like it sounds like a Frank song. And for my least favorite, easily K-pop. I think it's bringing down this album so much, but it's there for streams, I guess. It really just does not fit with the theme, and I feel like Love was put on there to make it seem like it was, and it just doesn't work. And talking about the artistic value of everything again before, The Circus Maximus movie, I didn't get to see it, but I heard it was insane, and especially when you have something paired with an album like that, you can just really see the artistic value of the artist. I hope I get to see it eventually, so I can't really give honest opinions on Circus Maximus because I do have COVID right now. I did have tickets to it. I could have gone, but it is what it is. And after a few listens of this album, I can really only rate it in 2 ways, so it is going to get 2 ratings, which is really weird, but it's just completely different, which is why I couldn't combine them into one. The first rating, which is my aux/replay rating, which is going to be around an 8. And then my second rating, which is just the album in general and the artistic value and delivery of it, is going to be a 9 out of 10. Some things, like I mentioned, like K-pop, Love, Del Resto, bring it down for me. I don't think Love and Del Resto are complete skips, but I would not listen to them all the time on my own. K-pop is definitely a skip. Everyone is hating on Parasail, but trust me, Let It Grow, it's a great song, it sounds amazing. But overall, I really just enjoyed this album. I thought it was fun. Travis did his thing, he delivered for sure. I love the rawness of it. It sounds like something, this was for the fans who like Rodeo, Days Before Rodeo, and old Travis. Let me know what you guys thought about the album in the comments. I'll reply to everyone. Thanks for watching, and on that note,